There are so many ways to work these butt muscles, so many. If you're not activating in the right sequence, the one thing I would tell you to do every time is if you lift up a leg, you're going to put your hand on your butt cheek first, feel the squeeze before you lift up. Feel that squeeze before we lift. And at the end of any move, if we're doing a squat, squeeze at the top. Squat and then squeeze. Then we can also, when we're going out for a walk, we can also, with the back leg, with each step, we can squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. So if you're out on a walk, you don't need to be doing this the whole walk, but with that leg at the back, you can be squeezing as you walk along, and I can really feel that glute connecting in. So here are some of the ways on a step. Now you can build up that step, so we're doing higher step ups if you can. So you can build that step up higher, but otherwise we're just going to be taking a leg up, and as we squeeze this butt back, we're going to really take a big squeeze in that back glute. So we're going to step down, step up, step down, step up. We're going to do it to the other side. Big squeeze in that back glute, really nice big squeeze. A good thing about a step is that every time we come down, we can just work those glutes a little bit more. We can be doing some more of our gluteus medius here. So we're gonna step up and come down into a squat. Stepping up, each time we step up, think about that big squeeze into that gluteus here. So doing a big squeeze, coming down into a squat. If your knees don't like this, then just do up into that side leg lift. And of course, where we do one side, we're doing the other. And if you can, a nice big squat in between. And remembering that when we do a squat, it's like we're trying to sit down on the toilet. We're not trying to bring the knees forward. So we're just going to lift up that leg and coming down. So many ways that you can work your glutes on a step. So some ways to work your glutes on a fit ball. We're going to just sit on the side of the ball for a start, walk your feet out until we're all the way down. So want your head to be lying on that ball. And we're going to we can either bring our head up, but we're just going to drop these hips down towards the floor and then up in a big bridge, taking it down, lifting up. So dropping those hips down towards the floor. Every time we lift up, I want you to think about that big squeeze. And I like to take my head up in between, but you can leave your head there if you did want to. And we're just dropping these hips to the ground. And every time we squeeze up, we're really doing a nice squeeze of those glutes. Of course, there's other areas that work while we're here. The lower back, hamstrings are doing some work, but the glutes primarily are doing a lot of work. Then we can stay up here. So holding these hips up nice and high and just taking some heels up. I can feel these glutes doing a lot of work. And then we can be lying over the top of our ball, with our hips on top. So we're not rolling right off the ball, hands and feet on the floor. Just probably come to a little bit further forward to the point that you feel like you can stay on your ball. Knees are together and we're just going to, oh no, this is more of a lower back. We can come over the top of that ball and just do some little leg lifts here. So squeezing that butt cheek before we do a lift. And I can feel those glutes working very, very hard. We have a band still over our knees. We're on the floor. Now you can do this without a band if you want to as well. Feet as close to your butt as you can. And we're just going to lift up. Take these knees out to the side, bring it back and down. So a bridge, lifting up, bringing those knees out. You can take 2 or 3 of these knees and then coming down vertebra by vertebra until we're all the way on the floor. When we lift, we're going to lift our tailbone up first, so a little bit of a pelvic tilt, lift the tailbone up and then coming up off the floor. And we can be taking these out to the side. We can also be doing a little bit of a march up here. And if you were feeling really game, you could take a one-legged bridge, but that might be far easier without the band, or if you're super, super fit, you can be doing one leg. Obviously, going to change it over as we go. We all know the old clam that that usually is done without a band, but I'm going to do this one today with a band. Just going to bring those knees up, heels together, and just going to lift that top leg. So we're just opening up our hips there. And as we're doing so, again, we're working into that gluteus medius, which is the one on the side. Great. And then let's turn over to the other side and we'll do the other leg. Great. I can certainly feel that. Hopefully you can feel yours at home as well. While you're on the floor, you can be doing more with this band if you chose to. So I'm going to leave the band where it is, and I'm just going to be doing some little lifts up from the floor. A little lifts up and tap down. I can pulse it up there. I can take the other leg, lifting up, coming down, or I can pulse it up. And I can even take this leg over and back and over and back. Lovely. I'm going to take the other leg nice and straight, over and back, over and back. So that really gets glutes. You'll find that that glute that's holding you up on the floor is actually working really hard as well. So just going to be taking some floor work now. You don't need a band for this. You may want a pillow under your head if you want to lie down here. I prefer to come up on my elbow, but you may prefer to be down on a pillow. I'm just going to bend the underneath leg. I'm just going to flex my top leg so my toes are to the front. I'm just going to take this back a little way and trying to stay right over onto your hip. So right over onto your hip, and you'll feel this glute doing a lot of work. If you've got that foot kind of here, that may be a good start for you. And you know what? You can experiment with taking that foot in different positions. But back here, a little lean back seems to be the hardest one, and trying to reach that heel to the ceiling. But you can be changing around. So just change different positions. But certainly my gluteus in my side is certainly feeling that. Going to take it to the other side. And same thing. You can be lying down on your pillow if you want, otherwise up on this arm, foot flexed, bring it back a bit, trying to lean forward a bit into that body, and then just bringing that foot up and trying to stay in the top part of it. If this gets too hard and you find that you can't stay up there for long, come all the way to the floor, come up, but if you can, staying up here. And my usual thing, I don't like to give you so many reps, let's do so many reps of this same move. I would like to take you to fatigue. So where you start into fatigue, it's probably where you want to stop, go home and do something else, come back to it. Because we're trying to actually work these muscles, and sometimes if I tell you to do so many reps, that may not be enough for you. So I want you to work to fatigue, maybe go do the other side, come back and do that side, and do each side 5 or 6 times for about 30 seconds or so each side. And some of the things you can do with a kettlebell for glutes is you can do a goblet squat, so a really low squat. If you're not sure that you're doing it right, just come over your chair and coming up. Anytime you add a weight, you want to make sure that your form is good, and as you come all the way up, really squeezing those glute cheeks. We can do a one-legged deadlift. Now, you may want to hold onto your chair, and I like to hold this weight actually in the same leg that's going out to the back, and we're just doing a little lean forward. Now, if your stability is not good enough, you can take that leg back and tap the floor with it. But you'll find that that front leg is doing a lot of work. And I can certainly feel that glute on that side. And of course, we do one side, we're going to do the other. If you don't need to hold on, don't hold on. But if your stability is not good yet, you may even have a broomstick that you hold on with there, or I've got a fitness pole, one of my barbell poles, and we're just going to lean forward. The idea here is to keep that core on, tongue on the roof of the mouth, slight bend in that front leg, and your back is staying straight. It's not allowing the weight to pull you forward into a rounded position. Now we are going to be doing a reverse lunge. So we're just going to be taking a leg back and bring it up. You can either tap it in and bring it back. You can bring that back and forward. So that leg can go back and forward and back and forward. or you can basically stay here and we can be going down and up. Every time you come up, think about doing a squeeze. Same on the other side, down and up, or you can be taking this leg back, bring it in, slight bend in that front, and just trying to take that knee down towards the floor as we bring that back in. Great. And then you can be doing, of course, the forward lunge and back lunge. Good. And then you can be taking a deadlift with 2 arms. So you can have 2 weights here if you want here, or just 1 big weight. And we're just going to hinge forward for the hips. Our core is on, and we're just going to come forward. So from about here, probably feel these hamstrings. You'll feel then the glutes as we come up. So a bit of a core on as we come down, and then as we come up, squeezing those glutes. Great, let's do a couple more. Good, and we can also do this with 1 arm. So you're just going to lift down with 1 arm and coming up. 1 arm, coming up other side, coming forward, squeeze, coming forward and squeeze. And that is about it for now. Now I have a suspension trainer attached behind my door very securely. You can attach these from any high up point that you want. It can be at the top of your door. Mine's attached to the top of the door, or it can be over a branch or a very sturdy railing that you have around your house. But these can be attached to everything. You might be in a playground and throw it up over the top of a railing. But I'm actually holding my suspension trainer here, and I'm going to show you some simple ways to work those glutes. We can take a leg back, knee up, leg back, knee up. So we're going down to a 1-legged lunge. What's good about these is you can go really low to the floor. So trying to take yourself as low to the floor as you can. Now you don't need to bring that knee up if you don't want to. You can just tap it in. And of course we do it with 1 leg and we do it with the other. And often you'll be better on 1 leg than you are with the other. For whatever reason, you may have had an injury back down the track, and maybe your glutes have switched off for 1 leg, so you're going to be more unstable on that side, or you can just take that lunge back and tap up. But trying to go as low as you can with that back knee to the floor, you'll find this glute in this front leg is doing a lot of work. Now we're also going to just do a low squat. What's good about hips? You can go as low to the floor as you can. So ass to the grass, trying to get that bum right down to the floor and bring it up. Every time we come up, bring up through the heels, pushing up through the heels and squeezing those glutes nicely at the top. Always think about squeezing those glutes whenever you can, because it's going to get them working harder than if you don't. Coming down to the floor, coming up. This is also a great hip opener, creates some mobility in those hips. Great, we'll do 1 more. Good. Now we're going to do a 1-legged squat. 1-legged squats are just great. So you can either hold your leg up, or you can put a toe down if you're unstable. So if you're a bit more unstable, toe in the front or a toe in the back, wherever it feels comfortable, just to get your balance a bit better. But still trying to come down low, wherever your knee feels like it can allow you to come. Every time you come up, think about squeezing that glute again. Just going to try and come down low. If you can, take that leg up. Take that leg up. Again, if you've got an unstable side, you'll soon find out. You'll feel it. This is more my unstable side with a hip problem I had a little while ago. My hip was too tight and I gave myself a sacroiliac little injury, so that remains my unstable side. So again, you can keep that foot up, coming down and up, or you can take that toe down, just trying to take that bum towards the floor. Lovely. Now, if you want to, with that, you can actually just leaning forward and taking a 1-legged deadlift. Now, if you feel too unstable there, what you can do is slide that back foot out and just leaning forward. Just leaning forward into that, keeping that back straight. And 1 more. Great. And we're going to go on the other leg. So you can either take that leg up and coming, just allowing yourself to be stable. If you're not stable, you may want to keep that foot, that back foot onto the floor. Great. And that back is nice and straight. I can certainly feel my glute in that front leg doing a lot of work. Now we're going to head down to the floor. My TRX should be about a foot up off of the floor. I'm going to put a heel in one and a heel in the other. You don't want toes in there, just a heel. And then from here, I'm just going to take up my bottom. Now this might be all you do, squeeze those butt cheeks, but if you can, when we come up, we're going to take these knees in. Just kind of seesawing them in. When you bring one in, you'll bring the other in. Right, works right through that posterior chain, which is right through the back. You'll feel calves, hamstrings and glutes. And if you want to, you can come up, keep those legs bent and just come up into a bridge, come down again, coming up and coming down. Take ourselves out a bit further. We can come up and just take these legs out and in. And this is all working, not just the glutes, but also our hamstrings, our lower back and our calves, but just works quite a bit of the back of your body. Oh. So you can see there's so many ways that you can work your glutes. Have a go at some of those ways. Some of those ways may be your favorite. I have found with training clients for years that some clients can feel this one better than that one. So then stick to the ones you like, stick to the bits of gear that you've got at home, try them out and get those glutes as strong as they can be so they'll take you forward into your latter years of your life.